Hello Capricorn, my name is Agatha and this is your forecast for February 2017. This is a very general reading. If you'd like a private consultation, please send an email to dunyazade@gmail.com and I'd be delighted to work with you. This month is going to be a bit different. It's going to be a goddess reading and I'm going to use the Goddesses Knowledge cards. The paintings are by Susan Seddon Boulay. And this is going to be the beginning of the month, middle of the month, and end of the month. And I'm going to show you 3 pictures, and I'm going to ask you to pick one image. That way, the reading will be a bit more personalized for you. Okay? So, Capricorn, let's start. Beginning, middle, and end of the month. So, this is the first image. Pick one image, the one that most appeals to you, okay? This is the second image. And this is the third image. What is the one that appeals the most to you, okay? Pick that one. So, Capricorn, let's start. In the beginning of the month, if you picked this image, this part of the message is a bit more relevant for you. The beginning of the month, you have Etain, the goddess Etain. I don't know how to say this. Etain, whose name literally means shining one, was a Celtic moon goddess, and she was the second wife of Midir, the king of the underworld. Midir's first wife, Fuanmak, I think, was jealous of Etain and turned her into a fly. She turned Etain into a fly. Falling into a glass of wine, Etain fell into a glass of wine and drowned. She was then reborn and married Eochaid, a fertility god, so she married another god, Eochaid. Midir challenged Midir, the first husband of Etain, challenged Eochaid, the second husband, to a game of chess. The result was that Etain must spend half her year underground and half on Earth. This is interesting. This is kind of like the Persephone myth, kind of like that. Etain is especially a symbol of fertility, of the vitality of life, of the vitality and life of all growing things. A goddess familiar with both life and death. She teaches that wherever we are, on Earth or in the depths of the underworld, we too can be shining. So maybe I'm getting that, Capricorn, in the beginning of the month, in order for you to be shining, maybe you have to compromise something, because she had to spend 6 months underground and 6 months on Earth. So you want something, you want to shine. There's something special for you, I would say, that makes you shine from inside out. But you have to compromise something else. There's some sort of a need for a compromise for you, Capricorn, in the beginning of the month. So in the middle of the month, if you pick this image, this part of the reading is a bit more relevant for you. And who is this? This is Morgan Le Fay. Oh my God, Morgan Le Fay is commonly remembered as the enchantress, half-sister of King Arthur. She is in fact the great queen goddess, ruler of the mystical island of Avalon, the fortunate island of the blessed dead, sometimes equated with the ancient Irish warrior goddess Morrigan. Morrigan, she is the Celtic death goddess. Okay, as Morgana Fata, she is the controller of destinies and knows the fate of each person. She is noted for her healing powers, her knowledge of healing plants, and her prophetic vision. So I'm thinking that maybe you are in a position of power, some of you, Capricorns, and maybe you, in the middle of the month of February 2017, you will be in charge of many people and even of some people's fates. I'm thinking maybe that you're in a position where you will be forced, more or less, to fire someone. I don't know why I thought that, and you'll have to make that decision, even if you don't like it. Some of you, not all, okay? Like a shaman, Morgan Le Fay, she is a shapeshifter, able to take on many forms, and this also tells me that you are able to be all things to all people. You take on many roles. You are mother, lover, wife, or husband. So if you're a guy and you're seeing this video, so friend, sibling, you are able to take on many roles. Morgan Le Fay also represents that deep space of healing magic within each of us, the center where wisdom and healing flow even in a moment of death. The ambivalence with which she is traditionally represented echoes our own fear of her deep and ancient wisdom. So maybe if this doesn't represent you, you might come across this sort of person. This sort of person that might have like deep wisdom and might hold some sort of power over you, and you will fear this person. Okay, it might be a woman. So you might fear this person because this person might have the destiny of your life in her hands. It could be that as well. And then at the end of the month, Capricorn, if you pick this image, this part of the reading is a bit more relevant for you. And what is the goddess? It's Ixchel. I'm going to show you. Can you see I don't know how to say this. Okay? She is the ancient Mayan moon goddess who reigns supreme throughout the Yucatan Peninsula in southern Mexico and as far south as El Salvador for more than a millennium. Wow. She is also called the Queen, our Mother, the White Lady, and the Goddess of Becoming. Although married to the sun, she is fiercely independent, allowing no one to own her. She remains free to come and go as she chooses. So some of you, Capricorn, you'll be feeling extremely independent. You'll be making your own decisions at the end of the month. And I'm thinking also in the middle of the month, you'll be the one in charge. And so it's like in the beginning of the month you had to have there's some sort of compromise was needed for you to achieve something that was important to you, but after that you were kind of liberated and free to make your own choices and your own decisions. If it's not that, I mean, you were more or less at the mercy of someone who had your fate in her hands. But at the end of the month, you kind of feel independent. You feel that you are not bound to anyone. You're feeling free, I would say. As a fertility goddess, Ixchel, she makes woman fruitful and sends fertilizing rains to the earth. If you don't want to get pregnant, take precautions. She is particularly honored as a patroness of childbirth and a healing goddess of medicine. Like many moon goddesses, she is the patroness of weaving. So maybe you like knitting something, Ixchel, like the waxing and waning moon, is comfortable with all sides of life. Her energy is midwife to our own creative ideas. So I would say it's a good month for you, Capricorn. And that's it. This is the reading that I have for you. If you'd like a private consultation, please send an email to dunyazade@gmail.com and I'd be delighted to work with you. Bye bye.